Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and this is set number 71828, Lloyd's pullback race car from our first Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3 wave. This set contains 181 pieces, 2 minifigures, and it will retail for $24.99 in the US when it officially releases on January 1st, 2025. This set was gifted to me early for review by the LEGO Group through the LEGO Ambassador Network, but all opinions expressed in this video are entirely my own. I'm doing early reviews of all the January 2025 Ninjago sets right now. In fact, there should already be a few others up on the channel, so make sure to go check those out after this video if you haven't seen them yet, and let me know in the comments which set do you want to see an early review of next. If you're enjoying these reviews and you want to see more, it would mean the world to me if you could leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Liking and subscribing does a ton to help support me in the channel, and also helps YouTube to show you my videos more often. But now, with all of that being said, let's get into the review. So here's Lloyd's pullback race car, and this set is fine. I really don't have super strong opinions about it one way or another, and I kinda like that. I'll talk about this more when I do like my full wave overview and buying guide, but I really like small Ninjago sets, and I want to see more like big waves of small sets, and I feel like we kinda got that this time around. So like, I'm not in love with this set, but I kinda like that I'm not in love with this set, because it actually makes me feel like the wave is big enough that I have options. Because when we get these small waves of big sets, and like every set has exclusive minifigures, if you are a very big Ninjago fan like I am, it kinda is just, yeah, you gotta get every set, that's just what you do. But things like this though, this reminds me more of the Ninjago I collected as a kid. Because it used to feel like there were so many options, and I would try to get every single minifigure at the very least, but I would pick out the like sets and builds that called to me the most. I didn't get every single set because there was so many options back then. But this to me does feel like a bonus set. It's the kind of thing that, like, if you're interested, could be a lot of fun to pick up, but if it's not your thing, you're really not missing out on too much if you don't get it. And I love that. I want to see more things like that in the future. I think it's good to have options. But anyway, now let's talk about the actual build. So the main thing with this set is it's a pullback race car. We've had race cars for Lloyd plenty of times before in the past, but all of those have just been regular LEGO cars. You just roll them along the ground. This one, though, has this specialized piece that's built into the back of the vehicle and connects to the back wheels. So then, if you pull back on the race car and let it go, it flies forward. Obviously, I didn't pull it back very far, so it didn't go very fast. But if I pull it all the way back now like this, let's try launching it. Let's actually take this out of my light box so it has room to properly move. Okay, so I tried this a little bit, and it does go very far and very fast. I think this is my best and biggest surface to demonstrate this on, but it could definitely go a lot further than just this. So I guess first up, let's just do it normally. I can start back here, pull it all the way back like this, and then when I let go, it just launches forward. I caught it at the end there because I don't want this like flying over off the table, but it definitely could have gone a lot further if I wanted it to. Now the set also comes with an enemy minifigure as well as these two little fire pieces, which we'll look up closer in a moment. But these could be like targets to try to hit or something to try to like weave through. So for example, if I have them lined up like this, are these on camera? Let me check. Yes, they are. So if I have them lined up like this, I can pull the car back and try to knock them all over at once. Let's see how this goes. Okay. He went flying. The pullback functionality is definitely a lot of fun. I had a set that did this when I was a kid that I really loved. It was the car from Toy Story. So it's cool to see we have something like this in Ninjago because we've never had that before. Seeing how fast this goes too, I understand the design a little bit more because the design is very thin. Like, there's not a ton of actual bricks here. But that's probably to try to keep the build a little more sturdy because obviously it does go flying, so it needs to be able to take some hits. So let's see, if I just drop this, is it going to shatter? Drop test. One piece came off. That's pretty impressive. So I think definitely from a play perspective, this is a lot of fun. But now let me move back into the light box so we can take a look at the more specific details of this set. Coming back and taking a look at the more visual parts of the car, it looks fine. I like all the lime green on the build, I think that's quite cool. Lime green's a color that Lloyd uses sometimes, but not all the time, and we haven't seen it on a ton of his vehicles, so that does make things feel a little more unique, especially on the wheels. I think the lime green wheels are one of the coolest parts. The C-bound blade pieces are a smart way to keep things feeling like very ninja-esque. Same thing with the climbing hooks on the back. I'm glad they still found another use for those parts, because I wasn't sure if we were ever going to see them again outside of 2024, but no, this is a good use of them. I really like these green energy like lightning burst pieces on the side. Those are originally from Lloyd's Elemental Power Mech, so it's great to have another way to get them, and it makes it feel like the car is like actually infused with elemental energy. There's these swords right here, which add a nice shape to the vehicle, but also serve as accessories for Lloyd if you want to take them off and give them to him. And then speaking of Lloyd, here's his little seating area. He's got a steering wheel at the front, and of course you can plop him down in here like this. That's how he looks driving the car. You can lean him back a little bit if you want. Something more like that. Now Lloyd unfortunately does not come with his armor piece in this set, which is a real shame. Typically when we see that, that's because the minifigure would not fit into the vehicle with their armor piece, so then they just leave it out of the set so that way you can place the minifigure in without having to take it off. So I thought that was going to be the case here, but I grabbed Zane from one of the other sets outfits this wave, and he fits in there perfectly fine with the armor piece. So I don't really know why it was left out on Lloyd. That's actually pretty disappointing, especially because he doesn't have it in the other set that he comes in either. It would have been nice to get that here. Anyway, there's also some stickers of the vehicle, one at the front and two on the sides. And then I think the weakest part of the vehicle visually is this back section. Of course, this is where the actual pullback functionality is, so I wouldn't be shocked if this had to be kept open to like actually allow that to work. But yeah, I definitely would have liked to see maybe a little bit more color there. Oh, and here's what the underside of the car looks like if you're curious. But anyway, I think that's most of what I have to say for the build. I think it's fine, but I'm not crazy about it. I'll talk about it a little bit more, though, at the end of this video. Oh, also, here's a more up-close look at those little fire pieces that I showed earlier. For now, let's take a look at the minifigures in this set, and then I'll give you my overall thoughts on everything at the end. Here are the two minifigures in this set. We have Suit Lloyd and we have a Dragonian Warrior. Suit Lloyd, just like a lot of the other Suit Ninja, is pretty cool because he uses his secondary color like very prominently. And by that I mean you can see that his torso piece, his arms, and his legs are actually dark green. We have not seen that in a very long time. I think Hands of Time was the last time we got that, and even then he didn't have dark green arms. All the ninja had the same color arms that wave. So it's neat to see that after so much time they are featuring that secondary color so prominently again, and I think it looks great. But of course his main color, at least as of Dragons Rising, is bright green, so that's also on his hood here. And then his hands are lime green, which I'm not the biggest fan of that. I feel like it's too many different colors of plastic. I think I would have preferred if the hands were bright green to match the mask, because it just feels to me like there's a little bit of a disconnect here. Either the bright green feels out of place on the hood or the lime green feels out of place on the hands. It just might be a little too much happening. The torso and legs, though, I do really like the design. I think lime green on the printing is perfectly fine, and they balance all the colors quite well on that torso. He's got like this gold armor on his undershirt, which all the ninja have this wave, but gold and green is a fantastic color combination. It's one that Lloyd has used many times before in the past, and I appreciate that the printing even goes like all the way down to the toes. Turn the minifigure around, taking a look at the back torso print. He's got like this dragon symbol here. Half of it's made to look like the source dragon of life, and the other side has like these stripes through it. Not sure exactly what those stripes mean. I'm sure we'll have to wait and see in the show. Maybe they'll reveal that, maybe they won't. But those stripes are also on the front of the torso. And then his face print is of course just the standard Dragons Rising face print. He has the dragon power eyes on the one side. Now, at least as of January 2024, this is one of only two sets that this minifigure comes in, and it's also the smallest set that this minifigure comes in. So if you're a huge Lloyd fan and you're buying on a budget, this is the easiest way to get this guy. But the other set he comes in is a 4+ set that I actually really like. So honestly, in my opinion, you might be better off getting that one. And then the Dragonian Warrior is good. Unfortunately, he does not come with like the wing attachment at the back that he has in the other sets. That's a little disappointing to see. It's just a small thing that would bring some extra value to this set. That being said, the back attachment is like this little dragon flyer, and you do get extras of those in some other sets that like don't have a minifigure to attach to. So if you do get multiple sets this wave, you may have some extras you can put on this guy's back if you want to. But yeah, I would have liked if he came with it by default. I've talked about these guys at length before. Go check out my Combiner Mech review for my full thoughts, because that was the first review I did with them, so I talk about them the most there. But yeah, as far as generic villains go, they're pretty good minifigures. I like the whole like dragon helmet they have on. Armor piece is very detailed and cool looking. The metallic silver on the torso and legs look really nice, and I like all the scratch marks there. And the alternate face is like a fireball, so you can make the dragon look like it's breathing fire when he has the full mask on. This is a fine minifigure selection in the set. Nothing crazy, it's on the smaller side of things. It comes with everything it needs, but not really anything extra. And so, overall, what are my thoughts on this set? I think it's solid, it's fine. Nowhere near a must-have by any means, but if you love Lloyd or you want a more unique play feature, I think this is a decent one to pick up. I haven't really touched on the price yet. Originally, it was rumored that this was going to be $30, which would have been absolutely crazy for this, but it turns out it's only $25, and $25 feels a lot better. I know it's only $5, but that $5 makes a big difference. $25 feels fair for this. The build and minifigures feel like probably a $20 value, but when you also consider the pullback functionality, yeah, that probably adds in an extra $5. I'm not saying that's a great deal by any means, I just feel like that's about on par with what I'd expect from LEGO. Minifigure selection I would have liked maybe a little bit more. This would have been an awesome set to throw Cole or Zane in, because both of them only come in their full ninja suits in one set. So I think a third minifigure here would have helped to drive up the value and just make the entire set a little more interesting. But yeah, all in all, I think it's a fine set, it's just also a very skippable set. Not one I have super strong opinions on one way or the other. I'm happy it exists though, I want more sets like this in Ninjago. Things that just feel like a bonus on top of the rest of the wave. Sets that are not necessarily for everybody, but aren't like too expensive to get if someone does decide that they want them. Anyway, those are just my thoughts, so let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and let me know in the comments which 2025 Ninjago set do you want to see an early review of next. But as for this video, I think that's about all I have to say, so thanks for watching everybody, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know in the comments which 2025 Ninjago set do you want to see an early review of next. And I think that's all I've got, so thanks for watching everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!